The message came through at 2:34 p.m. on a Thursday. I was reviewing quarterly reports when my phone lit up with the family group chat notification. Vanessa, big news. I'm going full-time with my Instagram. Finally going to give my influencer career the attention it deserves. Vanessa. Obviously, I'll need to quit my job at the salon. Can't do both. My Instagram career needs focus. Vanessa. Sue, you'll cover my bills until the sponsorships kick in. Rent is $1,850, plus utilities and stuff. Let's say $2,500 a month to be safe. Before I could even process this, my mother chimed in. Mom, that's wonderful, sweetie. Your sister will help, won't you, Diane? Family supports family. Vanessa, thanks sis. I'll send you my Venmo. First payment by the first PLZ. I stared at my phone, watching the typing bubbles appear and disappear. My sister was 26 years old, worked part-time doing hair, and had 4,300 Instagram followers. Her posts were mainly selfies and photos of her brunch. This was not a viable career move. This was Vanessa doing what Vanessa always did, expecting everyone else to fund her whims. I typed one word, okay. Then I opened my banking app and requested an immediate meeting with my account manager. Gregory Santos had been managing my accounts for 3 years. He'd helped me build my savings, invest wisely, and protect my assets when I started my consulting firm. He knew my family situation because I'd been careful to keep my business finances completely separate from anything they could access. I need to lock down my accounts, I told him 30 minutes later in his office. All of them. And I need to understand exactly what access points exist. Gregory pulled up my profile. What's happened? My sister just announced she's quitting her job to become a full-time Instagram influencer with 4,300 followers. She expects me to pay her $2,500 a month while she pursues this. My mother has already endorsed it. He didn't even blink. Let me check your account security. What he found made my blood run cold. Diane, you have a linked savings account here that I didn't set up. It was added 8 months ago through online banking. Do you recognize it? No. It's labeled Family Emergency Fund. There's an automatic transfer set up $500 monthly from your checking to this account. The account is joint with ... He paused. With your mother and sister. I felt my face go numb. I never authorized that. The setup came through your login credentials. Do you share passwords? Last year, Thanksgiving, my mother had asked to use my laptop to check her bank balance. I'd been carving turkey, distracted, and told her my password was saved in the browser. She'd had access for over a year. How much is in that account? I asked. Gregory's expression was grim. $4,000, but that's not all. There are 3 withdrawals in the past month totaling $2,800. Your sister appears to be using it like a personal ATM. What are my options? First, we immediately remove your name from that joint account and freeze any further transfers. Second, we change all your passwords and security questions. Third, you'll need to decide if you want to pursue fraud charges. Do it. All of it. While Gregory processed the account changes, I checked my credit report on my phone. Clean, no unauthorized cards, no strange inquiries. At least they hadn't escalated to identity theft. Yet. Done, Gregory said 20 minutes later. The joint account is frozen, your name is removed, and I flagged your profile for any suspicious activity. They can keep the $4,000 that's already in there, but no more money will flow from your accounts. Thank you. Diane, I have to ask, do you want to file a police report? This is financial fraud. I thought about my sister's Instagram post from this morning. A photo of her expensive latte with the caption treating myself because I deserve it. #selfcare #blessed. Not yet. But I want documentation of everything in case I need it. The family group chat was still going when I got back to my office. Vanessa, I'm putting in my 2 weeks tomorrow. So excited for this new chapter. Mom, your father and I are so proud. You're following your dreams. Vanessa, did you get my Venmo? Need to confirm you got it for budgeting purposes. I typed carefully. Received. We should talk about this in person. Vanessa, no need. It's pretty straightforward. First payment on the 1st, then same day every month. Easy. Mom, see? Your sister understands family responsibility. I closed the chat and called my younger brother Marcus. He was the only sane one in the family, currently finishing his engineering degree in Colorado. Let me guess, he said when he answered. Vanessa's Instagram announcement? You saw? The whole family saw. She posted about it on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. She's telling everyone her amazing sister is sponsoring her influencer career. My stomach dropped. She what? Yeah, she's been setting this up for weeks, apparently, telling people she's got family backing for her big break. Mom's been sharing all the posts. Marcus, did Mom or Vanessa ever ask you for money? Constantly. I'm a broke college student, so they gave up pretty quick. But they've been working on you for a while, haven't they? They set up a joint account in my name without telling me. They've been taking $500 a month for 8 months, he whistled. Are you pressing charges? Should I? Vanessa thinks she's going to be a Kardashian. She's been buying designer clothes and expensive equipment on credit cards because she thinks sponsorships are just around the corner. She's already $12,000 in debt. How do you know that? She told me. She wanted me to ask Dad for help paying the minimum payments. She said once she's Instagram famous, she'd pay everyone back. I closed my eyes. This is going to be a disaster. Yep, and Mom's encouraging it because she wants to be the mother of an influencer. She's already planning how she appear in Vanessa's videos. After I hung up with Marcus, I did what I should have done months ago. I hired a forensic accountant to review all my financial records for any other unauthorized access. What Linda Park found over the next week was staggering. The joint emergency fund was just the beginning. My mother had also added herself as an authorized user on my Amazon account and charged $3,400 in purchases. Used my HSA debit card that I'd given her once for an emergency to withdraw $1,800 for medical expenses that were actually spa treatments. Set up a recurring $200 monthly donation to Vanessa's business fund through PayPal. Attempted to open a credit card in my name, denied due to security freezes I'd set up years ago. Total unauthorized access, $9,700. This is a clear pattern of financial exploitation, Linda said, showing me the timeline. It started small, testing the waters with little amounts you might not notice. When you didn't react, they escalated. The Instagram announcement was probably going to be the final stage. Final stage? They were going to normalize you paying her bills. Make it seem like a family obligation instead of what it actually is, fraud and theft. I sat in Linda's office, looking at the spreadsheets, feeling 15 years of family dynamics suddenly make sense. Every time I'd succeeded, Vanessa had needed something. When I graduated college, she needed help with rent. When I got my first promotion, she needed a car repair. When I started my business, she needed her student loans paid. And Mom had always framed it the same way. You have so much, she needs help. That's what sisters do. I'd helped every time. Thousands of dollars over the years that Vanessa never paid back. And apparently when I'd finally started saying no more often, they'd just started taking it without asking. What do you recommend? I asked Linda, document everything, file a police report. Send a formal cease and desist through an attorney. And prepare for backlash. Families don't like it when the cash flow stops. The family dinner was scheduled for Sunday. I didn't cancel it. I showed up at my parents' house at exactly 6 p.m. with a leather folder and a calm expression. Vanessa's car was already there, the Audi she couldn't afford, with the custom license plate that said, Influencer. Everyone was in the living room when I walked in. Mom jumped up to hug me. There's my successful daughter. Vanessa was just showing us her content calendar. It's so professional. Vanessa waved from the couch, not looking up from her phone. Hey, did you bring a check? I hate Venmo for large amounts. We need to talk, I said. Dad looked up from his tablet. After dinner, honey. Your mother made pot roast. Now, something in my voice made Vanessa finally look at me. What's wrong with you? I opened the folder and pulled out the first document. This is a bank statement showing the joint account you and Mom opened in my name without my permission. You've withdrawn $4,000 over 8 months. Mom's face went pale. That was the family emergency fund that I never agreed to. That's fraud. I pulled out the next document. This is a record of Amazon purchases totaling $3,400 that Mom made on my account. Those were gifts for the family, without my permission. Also fraud. I kept going, laying out each document on the coffee table. HASA withdrawals, PayPal donations, attempted credit card applications. Vanessa was staring now. You're seriously mad about helping family? I'm mad about being stolen from. It's not stealing. Mom's voice went shrill. You have plenty of money. Vanessa needs support while she builds her career. Vanessa needs to keep her job at the salon. I can't build my brand while working for someone else. Vanessa stood up, her phone clutched in her hand. Do you know how much time Instagram takes? I need to post 3 times a day, engage with followers, create content, network with other influencers. You have 4,300 followers. So, everyone starts somewhere. I have a business plan. Show me, she blinked. What? Show me your business plan, revenue projections, sponsor outreach, monetization strategy. Show me anything that proves this is a viable business and not an expensive hobby. Vanessa's face flushed red. I don't need to prove anything to you. You do if you want $2,500 a month from me. Family doesn't make each other jump through hoops. Mom grabbed my arm. Your sister has a dream. You're supposed to support her dreams. I pulled my arm away. No, I'm supposed to support myself. Which is why I filed a fraud report with my bank and hired an attorney. The room went silent. Dad finally spoke. You did what? I documented every unauthorized transaction. I've removed my name from all joint accounts. I've changed all my passwords and set up security alerts. And if there's any further unauthorized access to my accounts, I'll be filing criminal charges. You can't do this! Vanessa's voice cracked. I already quit my job. I gave my 2 weeks. I told everyone I was going full-time. Then you need to unquit. They already hired someone else. That sounds like a personal problem. Mom started crying. How can you be so cruel? She's your baby sister. She's 26 years old and needs to support herself. You're destroying this family. Mom was sobbing now, dramatic and loud. Your own sister is going to lose her apartment because of you. No, she's going to lose her apartment because she quit her job without a backup plan and expected me to fund her lifestyle. My father stood up, his face hard. I think you should leave. Gladly. I picked up my folder. But before I go, you should know I've given all this documentation to my attorney. If any of you attempt to access my accounts, contact my clients, or harass me about money, we'll pursue full legal action. That includes identity theft charges, which carry up to 15 years in federal prison. Vanessa's face went white. You'd send Mom to prison? I'd protect myself from people who are stealing from me. Even if they're family. I left them there, Mom crying, Vanessa panicking, Dad furious, and the pot roast getting cold on the table. The social media campaign started within hours. Vanessa posted a tearful video on Instagram. When your own family abandons you in your time of need. #heartbroken, #family issues, #betrayed. It got 847 likes and dozens of comments calling me terrible things. Mom shared it on Facebook with her own commentary, praying for families torn apart by greed. My daughter chose money over her sister's dreams. 63 people commented with support for her. My phone started buzzing with messages from relatives I barely knew. Aunt Carol. How could you do this to Vanessa? She's trying to build something. Cousin Beth. Your mom is devastated. Family is supposed to stick together. Uncle Jim. Really disappointed in you, Diane. I responded to none of them. Instead, I forwarded everything to my attorney, Sarah Brennan, who'd been handling my business contracts for years. This is a textbook smear campaign, she said when we met the next day. They're trying to pressure you into compliance through public shame. Will it work? Only if you let it. But Diane, you need to prepare for escalation. They've lost access to money they were counting on. They're going to get desperate. She was right. Vanessa showed up at my office 4 days later. Security called before letting her up. There's a woman here claiming to be your sister. She's emotional. Don't let her up. Tell her to leave or I'll call the police. Through the lobby security camera, I watched Vanessa argue with the guard, crying and gesturing wildly. She stayed for 23 minutes before finally leaving. She posted about it immediately, tried to talk to my sister. Her office won't even let me in. This is what family has become. The next attempt was more calculated. My mother showed up at my gym at 6 a.m., waiting by my car. "We need to talk," she said when I walked out. "No, we don't. Vanessa is going to lose her apartment. She can't make rent without your help. She should have thought about that before quitting her job. She can't get her job back. And she can't find another one because she's been telling everyone she's a full-time influencer. No one will hire her." Again, that sounds like a series of bad choices that aren't my responsibility. Mom's expression hardened. "You owe her. After everything this family has done for you. Like stealing $9,700 from me? That wasn't stealing. That was family helping family. Without permission, using fraud. Taking what wasn't yours. I'm your mother. You don't get to talk to me this way. I'm your daughter. You don't get to steal from me." She slapped me. It wasn't hard, more shock than pain, but the parking lot security camera caught everything. I filed a police report that afternoon. The assault charge was minor, but combined with the financial fraud documentation, it painted a clear picture of escalating behavior. The officer who took my report was sympathetic. "Family situations like this are complicated," she said. "But theft is theft. Assault is assault. You're doing the right thing protecting yourself." The protective order was granted within a week. My mother and sister were required to stay at least 500 feet away from me, my home, and my workplace. Vanessa violated it 3 days later by showing up at my apartment building with a camera, filming herself crying outside my door for her Instagram story. She spent 6 hours in jail before being released with a warning. The story appeared on her Instagram anyway. The system is broken. Trying to talk to family shouldn't be a crime. #justice, #family first. The comments were split now. Some people were starting to ask questions. Wait, why is there a protective order? What's the other side of this story? This seems like there's more going on here. Docus called me that night. Vanessa's losing followers. People are starting to figure out she's the problem. Good. Mom's not handling it well. She's posting increasingly unhinged stuff about you. I know. My attorney's documenting all of it. D. Are you okay? For the first time in weeks, I actually considered the question. Yeah, I think I am. The resolution came faster than expected. Vanessa's landlord filed for eviction after 2 missed rent payments. She moved back in with our parents, bringing her ring lights and camera equipment to her childhood bedroom. My mother's Facebook posts became increasingly erratic, blaming me for everything from Vanessa's failed career to their own financial problems. Several relatives quietly unfollowed her. The forensic accountant's report was submitted to the police. Combined with the bank records and my testimony, the detective said they had enough for charges. "We can pursue fraud, identity theft, and financial exploitation," Detective Morrison told me. "Given the amounts and the pattern of behavior, we're looking at felony charges for your mother, misdemeanor for your sister. What are my options?" "You can press forward with criminal charges. Or you can accept a civil settlement. They pay full restitution, agree to counseling, and you get a permanent protective order." I thought about my mother in handcuffs, my sister with a criminal record. I thought about the sister who used to braid my hair, before she learned that playing victim got her more attention than actual work. I thought about the mother who used to be proud of my accomplishments, before she decided they were resources to be distributed. "Civil settlement," I said. "But I want every penny back, plus interest. And the protective order is non-negotiable." The settlement took 3 months to finalize. My parents had to take out a second mortgage to pay the $9,700 restitution plus $2,100 in interest and legal fees. They also had to complete a financial exploitation course and agree to 5 years of no contact except through attorneys. Vanessa had to pay $500 and complete community service, since she'd benefited from the fraud but hadn't orchestrated it. The permanent protective order was granted without contest. My mother sent one final message through her attorney. "I hope you're happy destroying your family over money." I didn't respond. That was 11 months ago. Vanessa still posts on Instagram. Though her follower count has dropped to 2,800, her posts are now mainly selfies with inspirational quotes about overcoming betrayal. She's working at a different salon, part-time, and apparently dating the owner. My mother's Facebook page is private now. According to Marcus, who still talks to them occasionally, she tells anyone who'll listen that I'm dead to her. My father hasn't mentioned me at all, which somehow hurts more than Mom's dramatics. But I'm free. I bought a condo last month, a beautiful 2-bedroom with floor-to-ceiling windows and a view of the city. Every mortgage payment comes from my account, my money, my choices. I'm seeing someone, a kind man named Robert, who thinks it as completely reasonable to have boundaries with family. When I told him the whole story, his only response was, "Good for you for protecting yourself. I sleep well at night." My bank account is exactly what it should be: no mysterious withdrawals, no unauthorized access, no family emergency funds that aren't emergencies. Sometimes I wonder if I was too harsh. If I should have helped Vanessa just one more time. If I should have let the small frauds slide to keep the peace. Then I remember the spreadsheet, the timeline, the systematic theft that started small and would have grown larger if I hadn't stopped it. I remember my mother's face when she slapped me in the parking lot. I remember Vanessa's assumption that my money was her money. And I know I made the right choice. My real family now is Marcus, who texts me dad jokes and respects my boundaries. It's my friends who celebrated when I bought my condo. It's Robert, who brings me coffee in the morning and never once asked how much I make. The restitution payments arrive monthly, automatically deposited with no message attached. I put each one into a savings account labeled Freedom Fund, because that's what it is, the price of my freedom from people who saw me as a resource instead of a person. And it was worth every penny.